So this is Brianna. Brianna owns Tiki Girl. We're inside right now, which is she's my neighbor. We share the same wall.
Next door neighbor.
And Brianna's, I mean, for you guys that don't know Tiki Girl is actually really big here in Ventura and online now too. She has a big online presence. So, and she's always on social media. She does a lot better of a job. Actually, I'm learning from her. So I'm trying to take her ways and do them the Nick the Greek way, I guess you could say that, right?
Like it, yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so we're doing some episodes where we're gonna talk to other business owners in the area, and we're just doing a casual thing here with Brianna. I told Brianna, I was like, hey, look, other people from Nick the Greek or customers in Nick the Greek or Nick the Greek followers are all interested in how other businesses are doing downtown Ventura. So I kind of just want to have like a casual conversation with Brianna so you guys can hear from her, because she's not a restaurant, she's a clothing store, but still clothing stores are getting affected by the restaurant. Outdoor dining is being shut down. So like everything's all intertwined and connected, which is super annoying. We were just talking about how California has the strictest lockdowns out of the whole of the US, yet we have the most cases over here. It just makes absolutely no sense. So how's your business been?
Well, it's January, so January is typically pretty slow for me in general. But with everything, I mean, if you take a look outside, it's dismal.
Yeah.
It's like, I was telling someone the other day, I was like, it reminds me of in like an old Western film, what like before they do the big shootout and like everyone clears the street. That's what it's like. It's like, like I hear that sound. Yeah, exactly. So that's what it's like. So therefore, I am gonna have a sale this week.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, 30% off in store and online at shoptikigirl.com.
Wait, this week? What if I don't know when we're going to release this? So what this week as in this week, huh?
As in this week, as in the 13th through the 18th.
January 13th to 18th. I think this will drop too late. Yeah.
If we miss it, that's okay.
You can call Tiki Girl and ask for Brianna, ask for the for the YouTube video discounts.
Don't ask. We won't. It'll be all new clothes, so we're not discounting anything new. We need the money. Yeah, so it's slow. I mean, we had a pretty strong December because I think there has been so much support for small businesses throughout the whole year with COVID. But with like the restaurants outside shut down, it's pretty rough.
So how about your online business though? Has that still been okay, or is that kind of slow?
Yeah, online's good. It's always again slow January, February. So I'm not.
But did you notice because the restaurant outdoor dining like shut down? What was it? I said like end November.
Oh, was it longer?
End November, beginning December. Because like that, you said it was like normally like a busier time for you. Did you notice like a slowdown too when the outdoor dining closed down? Like right when that happened, or not really?
For me, I mean, because it was November, December, not really.
I think Brianna is probably you're a good example of no matter what's going on, you're still like pushing hard and pushing forward, right? And that's what I kind of continue and like preach on this too is the fact of like now you have COVID. Let's say like 2008, 2009, we had the recession. It's almost like looking for the opportunities when everything is down and grasping on them, and then just continue like get a little slingshot you forward later on. So.
Yeah, I bought Tiki Girl with $10,000. I bought all the contents inside. It was a little 500 square foot space.
Yeah.
So I basically just bought the name and I bought the inventory. And that was 2011. And for 3 years,
right after recession,
right after recession.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like this. It was so dead downtown that it was just nuts. So 3 years, every single day by myself in the store.
Oh, no other staff, just you?
No.
For 3 years.
It was probably like 2.5, and then I got like a couple people to help me on the weekends, thank God. But it was rough. But yeah, you got to push through because, I mean, that's what business is. All business. You're always working. You have people are like, oh, you can make your own hours, and you're like, yeah, my hours are 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I made them. It's every single minute of my life. You know, so.
But what I mean about her too is like pushing through is like sure, like I kept on, like I'm saying already, like on YouTube or even like on Instagram, she pushes a lot with like they have their stories going on every day with like their newest releases, clothing wise, and then also Brianna herself on there explaining things that are going on in the business world and in her life, which really makes this whole like kind of people want to follow that, right? And that's what I
Tuesdays
also,
with Tiki Girl.
yeah, Tuesdays with T, there you go. So,
I should be recording you right now for my stories.
yeah, there you go, see? So, but what I'm getting at is even though like we're in this like tough time, like as long as you have the audience, which I feel like she has, and you hype what you have up and you continue to be relevant in you, and like you see like all the, I mean, anybody that knows Tiki Girl that talks about Tiki Girl is always like she has like the coolest, best looking clothes. I actually was, so like I grew up in the fashion industry, as you guys know, and I've had discussions even with Brianna when I came in here where I'm like, it's super good how you like,
Merchandise?
well yeah, merchandise, but you're putting like, there's almost like themes in the store that you work with on every section, right? So it's like, it's easy for someone to come in and be like, okay, that top matches that bottom, that top matches that bottom, or vice versa, whatever it may be. You can easily create a nice outfit for yourself without having to walk through the whole store and think about it and create it yourself. And I think all those things are what keep someone like Brianna like up and relevant and in business compared to someone else, to your point, where maybe they have the mentality of I have my own store, but now I'm gonna create my own hours and I'm only work X amount of,
Yeah.
I'm only gonna work X amount
I'm
of
gonna buy the
hours.
nicest car right
And then,
away.
yeah, and then they
Well,
slow down, and then that's when it all goes wrong.
That's when it all falls apart. Yeah, but I do have a really strong team right now that has taken me a long time
Yeah.
to get to this point. So
I've seen her turnover.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So we have a really good, all of our shop girls is what we call them, are great. And I just hired a social media manager, thank God. So I'm not doing anymore. And then I have a couple girls, Candace, who shoots everything for me now, because I used to shoot everything.
Oh, you don't do the shooting anymore? You
No,
have that?
it's
Oh, nice.
so nice.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
everything
so
now.
she does all the shooting. I should start my YouTube channel back up,
You
is what I
should.
should do, which is just at Shop Tiki Girl if you want to check it out.
We can join and collab
Yeah,
on
we can
YouTube
collab.
videos.
I need to get an editor again though. I need to do what you're doing and have somebody follow me around on specific days.
See, I got the ideas from watching you, and then now you're getting ideas from watching
I
me.
know. So see, we all feed off of each other downtown. You just got to talk to other people. But it is nice having somebody like Anton, where we bounce ideas off of each other, and we collabed on our platform outside.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've told you guys before, we collabed on the platform outside to make a bigger
Impression,
footprint.
yeah.
Impression out front. And she's got, obviously she doesn't have tables because people aren't eating here, but she has the whole selfie wall, which is really cool because her brand name's on there, and she always has like different themes. So when people take selfies, it's great branding because her brand name's there all the time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
smart girl.
Thank you. What else? You wanted to buy this?
Yeah, I think
You're into the salmon-y
I
color?
think this is better than that. No.
Yeah,
This is
this
too
is-
like brown.
This is orange.
It's like orange brown. This is more like. Is it one
It has
size?
a little bit of red in it. Yeah, that's one size.
Do you have like a dark color? Like a really dark one?
A really dark one to compare it?
No, as in like a dark mask?
No.
I see.
Jared,
Are you
I'm
thinking
too
for
dark.
yourself?
you're
I
so
would-
dark.
If I
You
buy
put a white. You can put a white one. I can't do that because restaurant business it gets all.
Oh yeah, it'll get gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can just have that if you want. The register's closed, so. I
Well,
don't
I can
wanna
just
open
give you
it.
10. You said it's $10, right?
Sure. If you want.
Oh, I need change.
That's fine. Give me $5.
Set of 7.
I'll take.
See, that's all you gotta do. You gotta come and Tiki Girl back. I only have $2, and you go just take it.
It's only gonna work for you.
How much do you? 5, 6, 7 here.
Thank you. This is fine.
Okay.
There you go. Here's your new map.
Thank you.
What a deal.
What
We're
do you guys-
wheeling and dealing
Look,
over
look
here.
at this. What do you guys think? Does this? Let's see how. Is it? I was talking to Brianna earlier.
Oh my
I was
gosh,
like, what happens if it doesn't
It's
fit?
pretty monochromatic. It actually
really?
looks
Let's
good.
see
It's
it
like
there.
almost like matches your skin tone.
Oh, nice.
It,
See,
it
I
looks
picked it
great
out
on you.
well, right?
I love it. Now you need a cute mask chain.
No, now
this.
what you should have done is you're in Tiki Girl here,
I should have.
because
I'm
then
so
everywhere I
bad.
go, everyone sees Tiki Girl.
I'm so bad at my own branding. I don't like labels. I don't like brand names on things.
You just like a plane.
I like it plain. Yeah. So anything that like I make for
Yeah, or it could be super cool is you just have like a little tag down here that says Tiki Girl.
Yeah.
Super small.
I know I should work on some. That looks good on you. That color.
Thanks.
What else, Anton?
Um,
Oh yeah. See, this is saw my own line of t-shirts that I made here. Because you make clothes too. You make
Before,
kids clothes.
oh yeah, no, I'm still working on
You're still
launching
working?
that. There's
Yeah.
been so much going on.
These I designed and made and had them dyed in downtown LA. These are like our crops. All the fabrics made in the US too.
Super soft.
Made in California. Yeah. So these have done really well.
Wait, but that's yours too, right? Everything that says Tiki Girl on is also yours, right?
Yeah, everything that says Tiki Girl is also like Tiki Girl the label.
Yeah.
It's like our design.
So like, what percentage of your store is your own brand, and what percentage is other brand?
Like 10%.
Is
It's
your own
really
brand?
low. Yeah, I just started doing it this past year, so it takes a lot of work.
Your own brand?
Yeah, my own brand. Because I don't, it's not like a one-stop shop. I have to go to like, in downtown LA, you go to, this is also on my YouTube, by the way, if you want to learn how to make clothes in downtown LA.
Oh, there you go.
You had a-
follow. It's at Tiki Girl.
At Shop Tiki Girl.
Oh, at Shop Tiki Girl. If you guys want to learn how to make clothes in LA.
Yeah, if you want to make your own brand, you have to get a pattern maker, and then you have to get a grader who helps you determine your sizes for the patterns.
Yeah.
And then you have to get a cutter who cuts all the fabric.
Yeah.
You have to source your fabric, which is a whole thing. And then you have to take it to a sewer. And then you also have to make tags. And then you also have to go to a dye house. And what else do you have to do? Oh, it's endless. So I go to like 7 different people just to make one t-shirt.
So people know. So what, like, from the day you're like, okay, I want to make this shirt, to what you actually have it in your store, how long?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months, and that's fast.
And that's fast. So
That's fast. That's
so
me
from the
calling
time she has
people.
an idea of like, let's go,
Yeah.
till it's in her store is 3 months.
That's fast too.
Yeah.
Like I'll have some ideas where I know I can take a little bit longer, but I mean, just with managing the store, this is like, that's why I hired so many new people, is so I can focus on
On this,
manufacturing
yeah.
my own clothes. Because it takes so much work
Yeah.
and time. People have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts, but I'm happy with it. It helps me and it makes me feel good. Makes me feel creative, you know, because you get to a certain point.
But
in your
that's, I think, that's
business.
at the end of the day what you are, no? I mean, that's your
Yeah.
that's your main thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what's tough about and the thing with fashion too is fashion is always changing, right? That's what makes fashion so difficult. It's like you can either make a lot of money in fashion or you can lose a lot of money in fashion, and both can happen at a very quick amount of time. Why? Because it's always trendy, right?
True.
So it's like with us, we're selling beef lamb pita. That's going to remain the same for the next whatever,
Yeah, you're
30, 40, 50,
So lucky.
50 years. Like
Yeah.
we don't have, right? That's, I mean, just continuous day in, day out, the same thing.
Yeah.
But imagine now
This
that
crop.
this color all of a sudden, for whatever reason, and like 4 months from now is like completely not in
Oh, yeah.
style or not
And
trending
that
anymore.
happens all the time.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, like she's got to discount this to like whatever 50%, 70% and actually get rid of her inventory.
Yeah.
And then she has to go now think of like, okay, what's trending now? I need to get that.
And you also have to be thinking about, I mean, if the concept is 3 months in, you know, like you have to know what is going to hit
Yeah.
in 3 months,
Exactly,
4 months,
yeah.
5 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a mineral wash. I mean, that's why I started with basics, because they're pretty
Exactly,
safe.
yeah,
And I
exactly.
love basics, and I wear basics all the
Yep.
time. So this is a crop that I made, and it's not like a super tiny crop. It's like a longer crop.
Yeah.
So if you're like a mom and have mom jeans on or high-waisted jeans, you can still look cute in this.
Yeah.
You know, so.
So that's another
my
thing to
thing.
learn. That's I don't know if you like that's something super important. If anybody ever did, any of you guys ever did want to start your own clothing, exactly to Brianna's point is she started with her own brand, but like semi-basic, right? Because that way you're taking also the least amount of risk.
Yeah.
If she started with actually stuff that's like super trendy, then she's taking more of a risk, right?
Yeah, like
So-
say I started with something like, I don't have a ton of super trendy stuff. I like basic pieces that are trending.
Yeah.
So I don't have like something nuts. But let's say,
Yeah, that's
let's
definitely not
say
basic.
I started with 5,000 units of this thing, and it has like balloon legs. This already is a specific customer. Like
Yeah.
not everyone is gonna wear this. But it's super comfy and it has pockets, but I wouldn't start with something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I might if if this were my own design, I would probably make this like a wide leg, and then I would make this a little bit higher straps to cover like the bra, so more people could wear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, or I'm not gonna start with like 2,000 units of a hot pink chiffon top, you
Yeah.
know, and
Well, like, again, if you guys are listening to her talk, again, she's talking about when she's manufacturing for herself, she needs to make 5,000 units, 3,000. You can't just be like, oh, let me make a few hundred pieces, because then your cost per shirt would be astronomical. You wouldn't make any money. So
Yeah.
that's another thing you got to take in mind. So that's exactly why fashion is so difficult.
Yeah.
But like,
in,
if you're
in
like,
LA it is like
yeah.
in the
Well, I
small,
think in
yeah,
general.
fashion is difficult in general.
I mean, cause you look at what's happening in the fashion industry, like the ones that have done it really well, like Zara, for example,
Yeah.
right? And it's like you have super cool, like designer looking stuff from Zara at
Yeah.
a super affordable price. So it's almost like, why would I now go spend whatever, let's say like $200 on this shirt when I can get it at Zara? It looks almost the exact same for like $20 or $30.
And that's a good point, because I used to sell higher end stuff,
Yeah,
like $200. Like I think the most I sold something was like up to $300. And I would notice, especially in Ventura, people would like the style and they'd say, I really want that item, but they wouldn't buy it. I would sell like one or two.
because it was too
And
expensive.
then I would
yeah.
have to discount everything.
Yeah.
So thank God. And that's what happened with a lot of big brands
Yeah.
too. So they weren't able to keep up with the trends as fast as something like Zara. So I'm able to source, you know, from my wholesale places instead of like a branded, you know, more expensive brand,
Yeah.
and have lower price points and sell through it quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's these days it's like the fit obviously, then like comes like if it fits and if it looks good, then it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
then it's price, right? And if
Totally.
you're priced like right in the market, then you're
Yeah.
good.
Like everything I have in here is under, well under $100.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And it's rare that I have maybe like a
But the
good
funny
pair
thing
of
is
jeans.
everything is under $100, yet my employees, my girls tell me every time they come and shop here, they end up spending like $200-300 because like the stuff in here is so cool that they end up buying whatever 5, 6, 7.
Well, hey, at least you can
Or-
get like a few things.
No, that's
for
what I
a couple
mean.
hundred.
No, that's
yeah.
exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like they spend that much, but it's like now they have like, I don't know, 2 or 3 new outfits.
Yeah.
Whereas, whatever, at some other store for $200-300, you might only have a new shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I remember like being their age when I worked at Nordstrom in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And I would go shop on all the different streets, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't afford anything. It was such a bummer. So like I try to, you know, like I remember that experience that I had, and
Yeah.
so I want people to like be able to like wear a cute outfit and feel good that they didn't spend their entire paycheck
Yeah, exactly.
on a tank top like I did.
Yeah.
Like a yellow camisole tank top for $300 on State Street that I will regret forever, but it's fine.
So what is? Let's go back real fast to
Okay.
to this whole COVID time. So what advice would you have, for example, to like anybody that had a clothing store right now?
Okay.
Like in these times, like what's the main thing that people should be concentrating? Because I think that's also what people are interested in is like during COVID, like what are the main things you concentrate on to continue to be able to sell and move on and move forward?
So for me, like this morning, I just had a big group meeting with all my shop girls, the girls that work here, and we went over customer service and how we can improve that and how we can get people to like be our friends and make people feel comfortable and develop like a trusting relationship with everyone that walks through the door.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people walking through the door, and the people that are making a conscious decision to be in your store.
Yep.
So you need to maximize that opportunity. And I'm not saying like push things and, you know, sell. I'm just saying like make them feel comfortable, make them feel like, I mean, especially with women, we're out here shopping because it makes us feel better. It's like it's retail therapy, you know? So I just had a meeting with that. And then don't be afraid to get creative on your Instagram. I mean, I never like to have my Instagram stories running. It always has to have the little red ring around it. Like it has to be going.
Yeah.
Because if you don't show people what you have,
Yeah, then they're not gonna
they
know,
have
yeah.
no idea. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a free tool
Yeah,
that you can use.
exactly.
And I've built my entire business on Instagram. I mean, over 9 years. It's taken a long time, but it can work. So those are my tips. And
Those are 2 really good tips. I mean, if
yeah.
you guys, and that's the thing too, like think about it yourselves. Like if you walk into a store where people have built rapport with you, the more likely you're gonna go back to that store. Like even for me as a guy, like if I go into a store and like the people in that store know me. They kind of already know like my taste and my fashion sense. They're gonna, immediately when I walk in, it's like, oh hey Anton, have you seen this? Have you tried this out? Blah blah blah. I'm more enticed to go to that store than to go shop anywhere else, right? So
Totally.
I think, and that's not only in the clothing business, that's also like in our restaurant business. Like if you know, or if the owner's there and you have rapport with the owner, all of a sudden
Everybody
it's
loves
like,
knowing the owner.
exactly. It's like, oh, let me go there because I know the owner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I do it myself too.
Me
It's like,
too.
let's go to that restaurant because I know the owner.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so true. Yeah.
So that's well, there you heard it from not only me but now Brianna also. This is the business way of thinking, and this
Listen to us. We're seasoned small business owners. I'm just kidding. You can take it or leave it. But I would listen to us. Yeah, so I mean that's what and also don't be afraid to do like what Anton is doing or what I do is put yourself out there. Like people, like you said, want to know who the business owner is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're afraid, you know, that it's gonna deter people, it's not. They're gonna want to know so much more, like about your business, why you started your business, why you picked this thing, you know, like what
exactly.
what is special about what you're doing. And that's really all small business is. It's like we're offering a service because we like helping and serving people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because it makes us feel good and other people feel good.
Yep. So what is your what are your last things so people know? What are your is your plan to continue to have one retail store and like build your online presence, or
That's exactly my plan for this year.
okay?
Because-
But like how about like do you think you'll ever have like 2 stores or 3 stores?
For sure.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I do. Like I want to expand our locations, but for this year, since we don't know what's going on, I'm not gonna expand into another location. So I'm really, really pushing our online store right now. So go to www.shoptikigirl.com. Check it out. We're working really hard on it.
What would you say your ultimate goal is? I mean, like what like how many Tiki Girl stores and how big of an online store until you're like, okay, like that's like I've
Okay,
reached-
it's not that crazy. I only want like 3 or 5 locations.
Okay.
I would prefer to have a larger online presence, but I love still people being able to go into a
Yeah.
boutique because I love shopping in person, and I know other people love that too.
Yeah.
It's just something that you can't replicate online.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to. I mean, it's just so different seeing something in person
Oh,
than
yeah,
seeing it
yeah.
online. It's totally different. So I don't need to rule the world. I just want to rule Ventura County. Just
So
kidding.
3 to 5, you'd say what like what area? I mean, that was my next question. Like what area would you
You know,
think?
I don't
like,
want to be driving
ideally-
all over the state.
Yeah.
I
So like
just wanna-
ideally from like where to where would you
I
have your
would
3 to 5
say
stores?
like I would do Santa Barbara to like places in LA. I actually had a dream about this last night. There's always a turnover for stores though.
Well, maybe
The
'cause
rent
it's-
is so crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I definitely
Just
think
have your name is Tiki Girl. Just set up a
I
little
know.
tiki stand on the beach.
a little pop-up shop. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, and that's another really important thing is like everyone thinks when you're a small business owner or a business owner that you want to like dominate the entire country. Maybe you do, but like for me, one store with this many employees is already a lot, you know? For me, I'll be happy if I get to travel wherever I want to travel, buy whatever house I want to buy, and just live a good life in Ventura, and I'll be stoked. Like I don't need all the money in the world. I just need enough to do whatever I want to do.
So again, that again goes to show like the different like mindsets of business owners, right? Everyone has obviously different goals, and there's not one that's right or one that's wrong. It's just it should be whatever satisfies you and your goals is what you should be going for in life.
Yeah.
So
And you'll figure
that's
that
it.
out
Yeah.
as you go, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just remember, she only wants to rule Ventura County, not the whole of California or not the whole country. So.
Maybe Southern California. If I get like an excellent like regional manager,
Yeah.
like you know something like that, then maybe.
But super cool, right? So you experienced somebody here, Brianna, firsthand, that paid $10,000 for Tiki Girl 9 years ago. You said
9 years ago.
9 years ago. Worked 3 years by herself in her store, and now she's already built it out to how many employees do you have now?
10 plus a couple remote.
So 10 employees plus quite a big online store, and she's got. So by the way, this store was not the store she started in. This is already a much bigger store than the first store she started in. So anyway, what I'm getting at is within 9 years, you can see like how she's grown from starting out with her $10,000, right? And that's why that's what I always find super interesting to find out from people is like how you started and how you got to where you got, because
Yeah.
like it's really cool to see.
And for me, it's slow growth. Like that, like 9 years is kind of a long time. Like people expect you to make it like in 5 years or like 2 years or 3 years. And that's what like the whole idea of like American dream success is. Like people think you're gonna have instant success. But let me tell you, unless you get investors and you have a really good structure and you have all the right people in place, you don't want to grow that fast, especially if you're just starting out, because you can make mistakes that you can never come back from and you'll lose all that money. But that's just how I did it. And I'm really happy with how I did it. Like I feel comfortable with every decision I've made, and I know now the proper ways to grow. Especially if I do get investment or loans or anything like that, I know how to properly use them and not waste the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's most of the time when typically when you're using your own money, you're a lot more stingy, and stingy is not really a good word, but like tight with your money than if someone's like, oh, here's $100,000, go run something. You're not as tight as if it took you whatever 7 years to save up that $100,000, and now you're gonna start spending for your business. You're gonna like watch every single step super carefully,
yeah,
right?
and especially if you don't know what to spend it on yet.
Yeah.
You know, if it's your first year in business, I mean, I have no problems with loans, but it's like that business plan, whether it be written on a piece of paper or you took a class, online class, or went to business school, like that's really important so you can budget yourself.
Yeah.
And it takes experience. I have to go to a doctor's appointment.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're, no, that was
Yeah,
that was
where
we're
are
at the
we?
end, and that was we were ending anyway. So.
Cool.
All right, guys. So now you guys know Brianna. You know Shop Tiki Girl. So anytime you're in Ventura and you're eating at Nick the Greek, come shop at Tiki Girl at the same time, right?
right
Or vice
next door.
versa. Shop first and then come eat. So.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. At Shop Tiki Girl is my Instagram. ShopTikiGirl.com is my online store. And check me out on YouTube too, Shop Tiki Girl. Thank you so much. Thanks, Anton.
Yeah, for sure.